This video is sponsored by Ultimate Guard. The holidays are coming, so feel free to use the link down below to order some Ultimate Guard products, like this Sidewinder. One of my favorite products Ultimate Guard has is their Xenoskin Sidewinder. The Sidewinder has a soft microfiber lining as well as the rugged Xenoskin shell we've all come to love. While the Sidewinder isn't a new product, they are now available in the beautiful two-tone Synergy series, like this black-green one seen here. Find out if your local game store carries Ultimate Guard products, or click on the link down below to order yourself one from Amazon. Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. Today's video was brought to us by Patreon supporter Borgie. Huge thanks to Borgie and the rest of my Patreon supporters. Borgie reached out asking for a zombie deck led by the Scarab God, and I was more than happy to help him out. If you're enjoying my content, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate the support, and if you like the deck list, consider sharing the video as well. The Scarab God is a 5-mana 5/5 legendary god. At the beginning of our upkeep, each opponent loses X life and we scry X, where X is the number of zombies we control. We may also pay 4 mana to exile a creature card from a graveyard. We then create a token copy of it, except it's a 4/4 black zombie. Finally, when the Scarab God dies, we return it to our hand at the beginning of the next end step. In Standard, the Scarab God dominated for many years as the finisher of control decks. I fell in love with him when I built a blue-black zombie deck for my daughter. She was 11 at the time, and quietly waited for her opponent to finish their turn, whereupon they died on her upkeep. There was much laughter and cheering as the 11-year-old adorable little girl won her first game at an FNM. I also tried to build a commander deck when I was newer to the format and didn't have as much experience as I do now. I thought it would be fun to put 10 or so zombies on board, then take a bunch of extra turns. Fun for me at least. Now, Borgie asked for a deck with about a $500 budget, so this one may be outside of most people's budgets. But I'll try to recommend cheaper cards throughout the video. We're going to need a lot of zombies to win via the Scarab God's upkeep trigger, but we'll need more than zombies for this apocalypse. For the rest of our deck, we turn to our handy-dandy checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. Quick announcement before we get into our video. I've started streaming on Twitch. There's a link down below in the video description, but the address is twitch.tv/DanonWildfire. Feel free to swing by. I'll be talking about Commander, anime, manga, or whatever else chat wants to discuss. Now, I just started a new job, but I'm streaming on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays in the evenings. Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Ancient Tomb, Restless Reef, Watery Grave, Morphic Pool, Shipwreck Marsh, Drowned Catacomb, Ice Tunnel, Contaminated Aquifer, Sunken Hollow, Tainted Isle, Underground River, Clearwater Pathway, Dimir Aqueduct, Reliquary Tower, Bajuka Bog, Urborg Tomb of Yawgmoth, Cabal Coffers, Field of the Dead, 3 islands, 4 swamps, 3 snow-covered islands, and 4 snow-covered swamps. Whenever I'm running Field of the Dead in a deck, I like to mix up my basics and split them between snow-covered and non-snow-covered. Phyrexian Altar, Ashnod's Altar, Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Talisman of Dominance, Dimir Signet, Sky Diamond, Charcoal Diamond, Worn Power Stone, Thrawn Dynamo, Crucible of Worlds, Wayfarer's Bauble, Solemn Simulacrum, and Pitiless Plunderer help us to ramp out and stay ahead of the curve. You can replace Phyrexian Altar or Crucible of Worlds for another rock, like Mindstone or Felwar Stone if you're on a budget. I only included Crucible of Worlds because we have a light mill package, and it is sometimes nice to play lands from our graveyard. Normally I wouldn't run Thrawn Dynamo, but a lot of our combo pieces are a bit pricier, so having that big mana rock is helpful. Liliana Dreadhorde General, Undead Augur, Demonic Tutor, Diabolic Intent, Quick Study, Entomb, Factor Fiction, Dread Summons, Kindred Discovery, and Frantic Search make up our card advantage package. I know that Liliana and Demonic Tutor are outside of a lot of people's budget, so replace them with Read the Bones and Careful Study. Negate, Counterspell, Deadly Plot, Go for the Throat, An Offer You Can't Refuse, Arcane Denial, and Feed the Swarm help to keep our opponents in line. I know that's not a lot, but don't worry, we've got options. Cyclonic Rift, Toxic Deluge, the Meat Hook Massacre, and Raise the Palisade help us to reset the board as needed. If you want cheaper options, try running Aetherize, Consuming Tide, and Black Sun Zenith. Iserarak the Archlich, Gravecrawler, Grimgrin Corpseborn, Relentless Dead, Machias the Unhallowed, Plague Belcher, Grey Merchant of Asphodel, Havengold Lich, Diregraph Captain, Wilhelt the Rot Cleaver, Death Baron, Diregraph Colossus, Lord of the Accursed, Endless Ranks of the Dead, Cemetery Reaper, Undead Warchief, Headless Rider, Gleaming Overseer, Army of the Damned, Grave Titan, Rise of the Dreadmarn, and Zombie Apocalypse all help us to close out our games. Supporting our plan, we've got Roaming Throne, Rooftop Storm, Bloodletter of Alcazotz, Carrion Feeder, Liliana Death's Majesty, Liliana Heretical Healer, Liliana Untouched by Death, and Necroduality. With all of those Lilianas in our deck, I figure that makes up for our light spot removal package. Now that we have our deck list, let's compare it to our checklist. 48 mana sources split between 34 lands and 14 pieces of ramp. A little light, but we should be fine what with all the scrying we'll be doing. 10 pieces of card advantage, 7 pieces of interaction, 4 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate in the Scarab God and Bajuka Bog, 1 sudden I win card in Rooftop Storm. Rooftop Storm allows us to make lots and lots of infinite combos. For example, we have Havengold Lich, where, for 1 mana, we can cast a zombie from our graveyard. And Rooftop Storm makes all zombies cost 0 mana. So we can sacrifice a zombie to either of our altars, which gains us the mana to activate Havengold Lich, allowing us to recast it from our graveyard again and again and again. Yes, we'll need to activate Havengold Lich each time because when a card changes zones, it becomes a new card. Magic is weird. I built the deck so that Borgie could win with the Scarab God trigger. The Roaming Throne and Bloodletter of Alcazotz both basically double our trigger, allowing games to end sooner rather than later. But we also have enough lords in our deck to make an army of zombies a big threat. I hope Borgie has a lot of fun running over his opponents. Do you have a Scarab God deck? What's your secret deck tech? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cutestuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. For only $25, you too can have a Commander video built at your request. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Jiraiya, Danny, Muffins, Marcus, Squishy, Brett, Roxy, Josh, Sean, Pob Zombie, Mark, Borgie, Jake, Exiled Rogue, Nazwin, Pedro, Ernor, Tom, Echo Fox, Midge, Swifty, Lucius, and Detroff. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander Deck videos every weekday, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.